The sidewalk was crowded that afternoon. Businessmen checking watches, students laughing over lattes, tourists snapping photos. But none of them saw the well-dressed pregnant woman sliding down the brick wall near the bus stop. None of them noticed her trembling hands gripping her belly as the contraction hit. None. Except the boy everyone else stepped over. Eleanor Hartwell's vision swam as her knees hit concrete. 7 months pregnant, and suddenly the world was tilting. "Help," she whispered, but her voice disappeared under car horns and chatter. Warm. "You okay, lady?" She blinked through the pain. Standing before her was a boy no taller than a fire hydrant. His jeans were 3 sizes too big. His left shoe was missing. And his eyes. Oh, his eyes were older than they should be. "I think the baby's coming too soon," Eleanor gasped. What happened next would change all their lives forever. That little boy, Jamal, ran into the crowd like his life depended on it. "Help! She's gonna have a baby." He grabbed a man's suit jacket. "Please, mister." Only to be shoved into a newspaper stand. But Jamal didn't stop. Not until a nurse in purple scrubs finally listened. As paramedics lifted Eleanor into the ambulance, she grabbed Jamal's grimy hand. "You saved us." The boy wiped his nose on his sleeve. "You talk to me like I'm a person." Then just like that he was gone. Across town, Daniel Hartwell paced the hospital waiting room. The doctor's words echoed in his ears. "Without that boy, we might have lost them both." Meanwhile, curled up behind a bakery dumpster, a 6-year-old licked crumbs from a discarded donut box, completely unaware he'd just become the most important person in a millionaire's life. Daniel stepped into the stench of rotting garbage, his Italian loafers crunching on broken glass. And there, huddled by a steam vent, was the child from his wife's description. "Jamal." The boy flinched, scrambling back. Daniel knelt, holding out an envelope thick with cash. "This is for you. For saving my family." Jamal stared at the envelope. Then he did something Daniel never expected. He pushed it away. "Can I ask for something else?" His voice was barely audible. "Can I live where someone talks to me like she did?" Daniel's breath caught. In that moment he saw the truth. This wasn't a street kid looking for a meal. This was a child starving for love. "Let's go home," Daniel heard himself say. The mansion on Willow Drive had marble floors, a chef's kitchen, and a nursery ready for the baby. What it didn't have: crayon marks on the walls, muddy footprints in the hallway, or the sound of a child's laughter echoing through rooms that had been too quiet for too long. Until now. Jamal's first month with the Hartwells was complicated. He hid food under his pillow. He slept on the floor until Eleanor laid beside him. He cried when given new shoes because has ever nobody ever bought me anything. But when Eleanor went into labor 2 weeks early, Jamal stayed awake all night in the hospital waiting room, clutching a teddy bear from the gift shop. The moment nurse placed baby Liam in his arms, that was when the photo was taken, the one that would later sit on Daniel's desk. Jamal, tears streaming down his face, whispering, "I got you, little brother," to the squirming newborn. At the adoption hearing, the judge smiled down at Jamal. "Do you understand what becoming a Hartwell means?" The boy glanced at Eleanor's encouraging nod, then squared his shoulders. "It means I don't gotta run no more." And so the house on Willow Drive learned to sing, with scraped knees bandaged at the kitchen table, with bedtime stories read too loudly, with a former street kid who finally had someone to run to instead of from. Tell me in the comments, who was your Jamal? The person who saw you when no one else did. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more real-life fairy tales. Because the world, it could use more stories where love wins.